Hey guys, hope all is well. Today I'm going to be doing some chess.com stuff for the first time. And yeah, I'm also going to take on newcomers that just decide that they want to play. So definitely check it out. Check it out. Enjoy. And let's see if anyone has challenged me thus far. Yes, I've gotten a challenge from Anyasendre. And let's see if he makes a move. Okay, e4. Tough to comment in a 2-minute game, so I'm really not going to comment so much. But, okay, e6, c4, c5, knight c3, a6. I'm going to go for some Sicilian Khan line. And, okay, he's not taking control of the d4 square. So I'm wondering if he's trying to make this a closed Sicilian somehow. Tough to say. I'm going to provoke e5. I don't know why I'm provoking e5. It just looks like something that'd be interesting to provoke. And he's declining to play e5. That's a little bit surprising. Alright, d5. If he goes e5, I'm going to go d4. That's my intention. And I think black should be okay here, breaking in the middle like this. It looks a little bit weird because there's e takes f6 and d takes c3 stuff going on. But my impression is that I should be pretty much okay here. But who knows? I'm not an expert. This reminds me of some lines of the English where they go e5 and you go d4, and I take on c3, and there might have been queen e2 check there, unfortunately, but luckily he didn't see it. I think queen e2 check would have been bad for me because if I went bishop e6, he's f5. But now I can take, and I'm hitting c3 with tempo, and black should be totally fine here. I would actually say black might be slightly better because I have a slight lead in development, and my king is closer to castling. And queen c1 is super suspect. Super suspect. Now he's not going to be able to castle because the e2 bishop is hanging. And yeah, this just doesn't look so good. But you got to play the game. So I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play b5 and put my bishop on the longest diagonal on b7 and make a game of it. Interesting. I can also go b4 here. I'm going to go b4. And I like my position because after knight takes... now my knight might have the d5 square, and additionally the d3 pawn is super weak. I'm also going to look at exchange sacrifices connected to rook takes e2. Always going to look out for those. I don't like that now he gave me the two bishops. So now I have like taking on f4 is an option, and all these dark squares are super weak. My king is also safer. All is good. Queen c6. Okay, that's like a double attack on both my rooks, but fortunately I can just develop my bishop somewhere, and then that problem is resolved. I'm going to go bishop g4. Pinning is usually winning. And if he goes h3, I'm actually just going to go queen takes f4, because if he goes h takes g4, I have queen e3 check. So, okay, g3 was played to alertly looking out for that. But I feel like tactically I should be winning here somehow. Rook takes e2, and then queen's check somewhere. I'm just going to go rook c8. That should be good enough. I think if I'm able to play bishop c5 check or something like that, it's a done deal. Alright, yeah. Queen ace takes a6 just loses to bishop c5 check. Right? Okay, I missed d4, but this is still just completely losing. Because look at everything is just hanging here. E2 will be is hanging now as well, and this should be over in a few, or if he resigns. But of course they just don't resign, so I'm gonna have to check my way to victory. I think this is a little bit easier, bishop h3 check, because the king has to go to e1, and then I take on a1 with check. A little bit quicker than the taking on e2 would have been. This is like checkmate in like a few. For those that, why didn't you win the queen? This is why, because that's checkmate. So, alright, this guy wants a rematch. I'll give it to him. Play e4 now, see what he's got. Alright, c5, knight f3, knight c6. I'm going to go Rossalimo. It's so annoying to play against the Rossalimo. I feel like people just hate it. And e5 I don't think is a good move because you're not going to actually stop d4. So playing e5 just sort of weakens your pawns a whole lot. And yeah, you see I already have the center. Now there's this backward d6 pawn, which is a problem. Menace to society. So, yeah, I think that white is already much, much better here. I don't know when I'm supposed to take on c6 or not. I think I should develop the bishop. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play bishop g5. But I'm wondering if that runs into knight takes e4. I don't like that I took with the knight. It was a little bit off sides, but I'm still better. Again, the weak d6 pawn is really weak, and it's something that is just taken advantage of. All right, so queen c5 attacks my bishop, so I'll just go bishop h4 and still keep the pin. Rook c8. Okay, rook a d1 looks sensible. Centralization is key. And yeah, I'm going to throw in h3 just to sort of make sure that my king is tucked away, making sure there's no mate threats, back rank mate threats, that is. Now I'm going to try a rooklet. If I get my rook to g3, that'd be awesome. All right, now I got to put my bishop off the diagonal, but it finds a new diagonal that's just as effective. I mean, now I'm just going to double on the d file and put a lot of pressure on this d6 pawn. Don't see it surviving. So things are looking pretty good. Queen trade, okay, I don't mind queen trade. I still have a ton of pressure on the d6 pawn, so that's cool, fine by me. I'm just going to get my king involved in the ending. That's like a main principle. Activate your king. Wow, f6 I really don't like because it just sort of weakens a lot of squares, I think. Totally unnecessary. Weakens all these light squares. I am fumbling a little bit here, but I still have an advantage based on the space and the weak d6 pawn, and I'm threatening knight b6 here. And if bishop d8, I'm probably going to go knight e3, just to harass. I would love to trade a pair of rooks, though. That's like sort of be the main goal. If I could trade a pair of rooks, it'd be really nice. I sort of messed up a touch here, but I'm still better because of my structure. I don't like b5 because now the f2 pawn is, the b5 pawn is potentially a target. So now I'm going to try to go rook d5. Or take the a file. Is that checkmate? I believe it is. Bishop g3 mate. The king walked up into that, and that was not what he should have done. I'm going to give this guy another rematch, and then I'm probably going to, that'll be 3 games, and do something else. c5, I'm going to go for Sicilian again, and then I'm going to go for accelerated, because who doesn't like an accelerated? This is weird though. I keep talking about the closed Sicilian as something that you really should think twice about, and no one listens to me. Everyone is totally cool playing these closed Sicilian structures where they give up the b5 square. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no need to do that. There's so many openings out there where you control all the valuable squares, and this one, it just isn't one of those openings. So I don't love that you cede the d4 square so quickly. For what, you know? Oh, my rook d4 might have been a good move this past move. I missed that my rook was going to be attacked. Fortunately, it didn't play it, so I'm going to go somewhere where my rook is safe. I'm going to go queen b6 and now play rook b8 next. And it has the merit of protecting my c6 pawn as well. I mean, my c6 knight as well. But, yeah, d4, the last move. It's amazing how I keep talking about how d4 is a sort of central break, and you not playing it in Sicilian is like not what white should be doing. White shouldn't be necessarily holding back like when playing d4. And now it actually turns out to be a good move. But yeah, now it's not as effective because after rook b4, the queen's attacked, my knight's covered, everything's protected here. And now, unfortunately, I think I just win a pawn on d4 if I want. And I do want it. I want that pawn. And notice how I'm taking with the knight and not the pawn. The reason is I don't mind trading a pair of minor pieces before actually winning the pawn, which is important. Like when you're on material trade, it's like one of the things you really learn very early on, but it's also like it's just something that we forget a lot of the time. And this is not such a great sequence by white because now more things are weak. Now by playing e5, everything's opened up. My bishops are really nice on long diagonals, and I just have really fabulous pressure. I don't need to do this, but I'm actually just gonna get to opposite colored bishop endgame here and play this out because I'm 2 pawns up now. And of course, a lot of us, we learn opposite colored bishops just means draw, but I'm gonna try and show you guys here that that's absolutely not the case. And I'm going to show you why, and it's because the attacking side, the side that has the initiative in these types of positions, is always the one that rules the day. And you can see here his bishop is actually blunted on e6 while mine isn't. So my bishop on e5 is actually working on a diagonal. So what you're going to see here in the next few moves is just like really great activation. So, and now I'm going to go d3, and the idea is now the rook on a1 is hit. Although I must confess, I did miss that white has rook a6 here. That might have been a blunder. That might have been a blunder. Yeah, I missed rook a6, I have to confess. That makes this conversion a little bit harder, because now he's going to win this pawn, and unfortunately queen e1 isn't even mate. Oh, but it might be queen e1 check, right? Queen f1 is the only move, and then I have queen g3. So this is actually still probably winning for black, because now that the white queen is tied down like that, if I just put another piece on d1 or attack the queen, then queen h2 mate is coming. So now I'm actually threatening rook d1. So, and actually rook a1 is impossible because my bishop is actually holding the square. So rook d1 wins on the spot. And unfortunately, that's it. Because if you play bishop f1, I just play rook takes bishop. So unfortunately, that's it. That's the game. But again, you see the activity, and I did leave myself an escape square. The activity rules the day here in these types of positions, and you can see. And I don't even have to take the queen. I can play queen h2 mate because of the pin. So that'll be. I'm just gonna tell. Gotta play other people. That's I'm gonna write them. You can't actually see my chat, but I'm actually gonna decline, and maybe try and play someone else. Because that was several games in a row. I think you saw that sort of like, again, these close Sicilian positions, not so great. Control the d4 square. That's sort of the modus operandi as white. In Sicilians, your play comes through the middle. That's how you attack. And when you don't do that, things happen. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to put in 5 minutes in the pool. This is the waiting game. This is the one thing. Someone was telling me that the 5-minute queue is not really great. In fact, in the chat box, they're saying get matched more quickly by using a 3-minute 3-0 for variants. But this isn't a variant. This is just normal chess. It just seems like no one wants to play 5 minutes anymore. Maybe I'm the dinosaur. The generation has passed me, or they're doing things different. So it's not so great. Oh, what do you know? Daniel Naroditsky. I'm going to accept his challenge. We're good buddies. I'm going to give him a... yeah, love this guy. He said, yo, you guys can't see it, but, yeah, yeah, this guy's a stud. Naroditsky is an absolute stud. Total stud. He knows way more about chess than me. That's the one thing I learned. We both like basketball as well. So he's saying, yeah, I'm blowing off steam after basketball. And I really love this guy. This guy is so awesome. So awesome, really. Yeah. He's just a really talented chess player, which is he's just such a good guy. Such a good guy. And now I'm going to try and take control of the center because that's, what you're supposed to do in chess. But I'm a little bit flabbergasted. I'm playing this stud of a chess player, and wow, it's just really cool. I'm not starstruck or anything. Like, I know him. It's just like I'm annotating, and like this is not normally what I'm doing, right? Normally I'm playing someone that is not this strong, so I can talk and explain, but now I actually have to think and move, and it's just a whole different deal. So knight takes e4. I'm really loving. He knows that I like to sacrifice exchanges, and he's really testing me right now. What should I do? I just can't help myself. I really can't help myself when it comes to exchange sacrifices, and he knows this. He's totally using this against me. It's actually quite cruel, but it is what it is. He knows that I like to sacrifice exchanges. Jesus Christ. And yeah, he's just a good chess player, man. Real good chess player. I need to stop talking because I really want to sort of shade. I want to sort of. Yeah. Anyways, I'm like chatting. You can't actually see this conversation, but like he just knows me so well, and he knows that like I like to make exchange. All right, so what can I do? All right, so I'm gonna restrict this. I'm gonna try and restrict this bishop. F3 restricts the bishop. That's the plan. So now I'm gonna play Queen F2 and try to restrict this bishop. That's the idea of playing F3. I thought the bishop was too strong on the diagonal. Oh my god! Oh my god! Lol, lol. Do over. All right, this one I'll actually play. This one I'll actually focus. All right, so let's get the show on the road. I can't talk while I'm playing this guy. He's just too talented for this. Oh man. Wow, my structure is so bad right now. I'm just going to lose the two bishops, and I'm going to have this really ugly pawn structure, which is not what I came here for. But it's what's happening, which is not great. All right, a little better. A little better game. Very sloppy still. Yeah. A little better, but sloppy. I'll take the draw. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Oh, this guy. This guy. Playing the early bishop g4. Man, this guy is so annoying. So annoying, man. This guy is such an annoyingly annoying chess player. Sorry for not the commentating, man, but this guy's just good. Like, he requires a lot of thought, you know? His moves require respect and thought and calculation, and I'm just trying to, do those things. Do that due diligence, you know? Due diligence. I think I'm okay. Hanging in there. Fighting. Doing my thing, you know? I'm slightly better here. His pawn is not going anywhere. If I'm able to corral it, he just loses. So, that's the goal. Corral the pawn. Pawns can be the darndest things, but this pawn is not. That's not so darndest. So I just go knight c5 and corral that baby. I'm good. He's flailing right now. Absolutely flailing. All right, pawn up, baby. Time to win the game. Oh my god, this is so sloppy. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, just blundering away the game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this guy. I love this guy. Yeah, I had a completely winning position there, but blew it away in the time trouble, as they say. The time trouble. The time trouble. Hmm. Hmm. Did I just give him a free pawn for nothing? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Something's happened to my chess, man. I don't even know anymore what I'm doing. What am I doing here? White is better up a pawn for nothing, for no reason. And what am I doing? I used to have some skills here, but it's just so evident by the way I'm playing right now that something went wrong. These skills no more. These skills are now he's gonna go b4, defend that pawn. No. Okay, that's a little surprising. Oh my god. I'm gonna go for some endgame. Why did I give him this pawn for no apparent reason? Jesus. I guess it's cool to see me so battered and bruised, but man, it's not fun. It's not fun. This is just not fun. This is just a bad position. I'm just down a pawn for nothing. I'm gonna play on just for the purposes of viewership or the viewing, but this is not at all the way it's supposed to be played. So I'm really just looking for sort of chances that probably aren't there in this position. I might have a small chance here. The material's equal. The position isn't, but the material is. Oh, he was sitting on that. He was sitting on that. Totally sitting on that. Totally sitting on that. Totally sitting on that. I'll give you some better ones when I'm not. I'll give you better when I'm not streaming. Uh, yeah, it's just a little bit sloppy all around. There was yeah, I think Daniel Naroditsky is so talented, and it's funny thing about him and just the school in general is that he's extremely talented, and he's a part of this new age class of GMs that's like really thinking about school. And what I mean by that is they're just getting their education, and they're sort of looking at the chess economy and sort of thinking that, maybe I could do better than this. And so it's really I really respect him. Nagy, Parmagi and Nagy, they both go to Stanford, and they're really part of this class of GMs that are super strong again, like top. Top. I mean, what do you want to say? Definitely top 100 in the world, but they're just really like right on the cusp of like being really like 2,700 players, and they're just not just chess. That's the other thing I love about Daniel. Daniel's the first person they'll tell you like he is not all chess. And it was cool because in Atlanta when we were working at this chess camp together, and that's what he's saying in the chat. He's like, "See you in Atlanta." We actually we played basketball almost every morning at this chess camp we were working at together, and that's how I got to know him. I really didn't know him before that. I guess I was at part of these Kasparov Chess Foundation sessions once in a while where we got to analyze and play with analyze with Kasparov and show a few games, and we met there. But he was we were both younger and like not really like hanging out so much, and then really just playing basketball in the mornings in this chess camp was really the sort of the bond. And good guy, really good guy. So really good guy. So I wish him well, and I hope everything is going well with him at Stanford. Yeah. So what went wrong in a lot of those games? I think that's probably the question that you're also wondering. Like, why did you? Obviously, he's a stronger player, but why did he get smacked? Part of it is just like, part of it is maybe a little bit of respect. I think, in a lot of those openings, I was not playing sort of the way I would normally play, and part of that's just because the stream and trying to get something interesting, but also it's really hard to focus and clamp down when you're playing someone that's like super fast. And you could see that when I started talking, like I'd sort of just shut up because between like he could do everything so fast, like we can move fast, calculate fast, think fast, and it makes such a big difference. And you think, and it's funny because it's all relative. Like sometimes I'm considered to be fast, but it's just not the case. Well, it just depends on who you're talking to. So yeah. So what else am I gonna do? Who is the guy to play? I'm gonna do a 3-minute challenge and do oh no, I'm gonna do 5 minutes. 3 minutes is just way too fast for me. I'm like a dinosaur, I know, but 3 minutes is a little bit too fast for me. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna chill and see if anyone in the world wants to play 5 minutes still. It's like that's not some sort of archaic form of chess that no one likes. 5 minutes is what I'm wondering. Does anyone in the world want to play 5 minutes? Anyone in the world? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna open it up to. I'm gonna customize the challenge and I'm gonna have it be. Is there any way I can turn off the range? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I just want to play a 5-minute game. I'm turning off the range. Anyone can play. And let's see who comes out. All right. WCM. Great. A 5-minute game. Great. All right, so now I can talk again. So English, c4, knight f6. No, knight c3. That's the normal thing. And g6 and e4. And this is sort of the way that normally goes. King's Indian type of position. Oh, and now it's a Benoni style. Benoni style. I'm going to go d5 because I don't want to get into that sort of discussion. And bishop d3. And this is the sort of the luxury if they delay the Benoni setup. I can play this sort of bishop d3 move instead of like bishop e2 and stuff. And I think white gets a pretty good position here. Bishop d7 is a bad move. The knight should go there, not the bishop. And you're going to see now, you're going to find now that the knight is just, the bishop is just sorely misplaced on e6. It's just very poorly positioned. I'm going to go h3. I'm expecting him to go e5 now, but again, that bishop on d7 will need to be corrected. Okay, no e5. That's surprising. I'm going to go bishop f4. Align my piece up against that that d6 pawn. And if he goes e5, yeah, I figured that. I was going to go bishop e3. And the point is I want to keep that bishop on the diagonal. And I want to be able to play, it's going to be who's going to be able to get in there f5 or f4 break faster or with more effect. And so I'm going to try, he's going to try and play, or she's going to quickly try and play f5. And I really cannot, I don't want to allow that, so I'm going to try and go for f4. So what the structure is going to look like is I'm going to try and meet f5 with f4. So the question is where to move this knight now. I can think about g5 or h2 or d2, and yeah, let me see. It's a tough decision for me to make because I do like the move knight g5, but then h6 is played before f5, and I don't get to drop my knight on e6 like I want. So I'm thinking about playing knight d2 or knight h2. Even knight h2 is an option. I'm going to go knight h2. And maybe the idea is to go knight g4 at some point if white takes on e4. So, all right, so this was the plan. So after f5, I can play f4. I'm going to take on f5 first. And the reason I'm going to take on f5 is now I'm going to play f4. And now you see this f5 pawn, it's sort of fixed. And this is sort of the theme here. So now I'm going to go bishop c2. I'm going to keep this bishop on that diagonal because I want to pressure the e4 pawn eventually but after I play g4. And you're going to see this subsequent undermining of the structure. The e4 and f5 pawns are fixed, and I have this pawn break with g4 that is potentially very strong. So queen d8 is sort of a prophylaxis against that because now maybe queen h4 is going to be played. So first I'm going to go king h1, and I'm going to build up to this. G4 move. See, I expected this queen h4, and I have a few ways of dealing with it. But I thought actually I could just play queen e1, and trading queens here is actually totally fine for me. Because again, I have more space on the queen side, and once I get in this g4 move, it's really a problem. And so I think h5 for white would be for black would be the way to go, just to make the g4 move a little bit hard to execute. But I'm going to get it in. It's just a question of when. And so knight f6, I don't like that move because now I actually, okay, actually it does stop g4. It sort of protects that area. But I'm going to get in g4 for sure. It's just a question of when. So the question is, should I do it now or should I wait? I don't want to wait. It's probably I don't want to wait on it. I think now that like white can win, black can win a pawn, or black will get a pawn up temporarily by taking on g4. But I just feel like the position is right for me to open up because more of my pieces are active than black's. And yeah, see, after rook e8, black actually agreed with that by defending the pawn. And now I'm going to go rook g1, and now just sort of ratchet up the pressure. Now that that the capture was declined, now I'm going to think about advancing. So I'm going to play g5 and h4 and that sort of thing. And note that knight h5 was impossible because bishop d1. And now I'm going to just sort of advance. I'm going to play h4 and h5 and really try to sort of get the wheels churning. Another idea is maybe to go knight f1 and knight g3. So I'm going to go knight f1. And this is really great pawn tension for me as well. We talk about positive pawn tension, negative pawn tension. This is positive pawn tension for me because black really doesn't want to resolve it, and I could sort of take when I feel like and open up the file well. So it's a good tension. And bishop d4 I did expect eventually. I did actually expect it. So I was going to go king f2. Okay, and taking on like this, I don't really approve of for black because you're trading your most active piece. That was the most active minor piece, and now I've successfully blockaded the center. My knight can go to g3. My knights are sort of dancing around, and I have pretty annoying pressure. And yeah, I think white is just massively better here. And knight d7 maybe thinks about playing b6 or a5. I'm going to play a5 first to sort of now if black wants to break on the b file, I'll take en passant, and I'll create a pawn island on a6. So that's what's going down. So yeah, essentially, okay, now I'm going to take here, and I'm going to play b3, and again, everything is covered, and now black actually has 4 pawn islands where I only have 2, and so you see the difference in the pawn structure is actually quite profound. Yeah, I think it's good. Now a4 is actually a good move here, trying to ruin my structure, but that's why I played knight f1 to play knight d2 and sort of cover it before anything really funny happened. If a4 was played the last move, I wouldn't have actually taken the pawn. I would have gone knight d2. And I gotta stop talking because now I'm down on time again. It's just this constant theme of me chatting up a storm and then losing sight of time. My knight on c3 is not doing much though. I mean, it's covering a4 for the time being, but I wish it would do more than that. So I'm gonna have to think about how to get that going. White is definitely better here structurally, but I need to do more than just tinker with the structure. So. Note that this pin is really annoying because he can't play a takes b3. I keep saying he, but I mean she. I apologize for that. Wow, I lost on time, but I had mate in like a second. Ugh. This is what happens when you chat up a storm and you annotate. Bad things happen. But anyways, I hope you sort of got an instructive look into a little bit about how that squeeze was executed. I mean, if you go back through most of the game, there was a clear sort of squeeze going on where black was just significantly worse structurally because of this sort of setup. And so in the King's Indian, a lot of times a lot of people think, oh, if black gets in f5, black is golden and can continue the attack. And even when black gets in f5, black could still be worse because of the structural disadvantage that is essentially what is where was I going with that? Yeah, because of the structural disadvantage black has on the queen side, ceding all this queen side space in the queen side in the middle. Just because black gets an f5 doesn't mean he's winning, or she's winning in this case, and the pawn structure can totally be compromised. So this is a perfect example of that. How you after they play f5, you take on f5, they play g takes, you play f4, and then you blockade their pawns and sort of begin the squeeze. So important thing to point out. And yeah, and with that I'm gonna go. I think we've had some fun today. Definitely the first foray into chess.com. And what have I learned? I mean, I played a little bit of chess.com myself, but mainly 3-minute. So I guess the takeaways from today, besides the games, just logistically, is that 5-minute on chess.com isn't really that popular at all. Like 3-minute is way more popular. I could do 3-minute. It means I'm not really commentating until after the game, if at all. So you leave comments below about what you think about maybe playing 3-minute without commentating, or maybe commentating after, or if you think 5-minute is the way to go. All right, thanks for watching.